Welcome to our first Wednesday healing and meditation service. I'm Reverend Gary Kanye, and this is Maggie Alderman, and we're delighted to serve you in this way. This is an ongoing service at 6:30 on Wednesdays, and we're going to have guests. In fact, next week there's going to be a kirtan with chant, and it's got lots of good things lined up. So let's begin. And what we're going to do, and I don't have the clicker. I'll be right back. Talk to him.
The joys of live streaming. It's like live TV on our web connections. So we're just rolling with the punches.
Just like that.
Just like that.
We're really doing fine. So we wanted to bring to your consciousness co-founder Myrtle Fillmore. I actually believe Myrtle Fillmore is the founder of Unity because of this. Myrtle was married to Charles Fillmore, had 3 kids already, and she was very ill. In fact, she had tuberculosis most of her life, trouble with her lungs, she had hemorrhoids, she had lots of discomfort. And she tried the doctors, and the doctors in that time, they were bleeding her and leeching her and did all kinds of weird stuff. Nothing gave her relief. And they were really saying that she really only had a few weeks, a couple of months to live. And some friends of theirs encouraged Charles and Myrtle to attend a lecture. This was a Christian Science lecture.
Right.
His name was E.B. Weeks. And they went to the lecture, and Myrtle heard this: you're a child of God, and you do not inherit disease. No illness. And it changed her life.
Right.
She took that to heart, and she went home, and she began a meditation practice. And in the practice, she sat, and she centered herself. And then she went to each organ in her body. Liver, please forgive me for ever thinking of you as weak and inefficient, because you're a divine, holy instrument, and my whole body is divine. And I so appreciate you in my life and in my body, restoring me. And in 2 years, simply by practicing this simple meditation practice, she completely healed from all of her ailments. And Unity was began because her neighbors saw this frail woman who had revitalized, became strong. And they're like, what's happening with Wordle? Well, we wanted the same thing. So they were coming and sitting in the living room and practicing that prayer and affirmative prayer and meditation over and over again. And people were healing and healing and healing. This was the dawn of Unity. For Myrtle and Charles began to publish a magazine called Modern Thought. And in that magazine, they would put a prayer. They'd have everyone hold that prayer together, because as we know, prayer is consciousness. And what we put out in consciousness and prayer that we say together is magnified. And so this is a great time in our lives to hold prayer and to think prayer and to think affirmative prayer. We have a treat, and that's Myrtle Fillmore's favorite poem, which is the prayer of faith.
One of Unity's most treasured prayers is the prayer of faith.
And so we'll say that to you now. God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside my way and guides my way through every moment of the day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient and kind and loving too. All things I am, and can do and be through Christ the truth that is in me. God is my health, I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing quick. God is my all, I know no fear, since God and love and truth are here. It's a beautiful prayer by Hannah More Kohouse, and that prayer of faith does instill a knowing that God is present in all things. And Maggie is going to be leading us in the Silent Unity prayer service. Now, Silent Unity has been established by Myrtle and Charles, and it has been praying with people for 130 years. And there at Unity Village, there's a cupola where all the prayer requests we have get sent there, and they pray over all the prayers. And they have a phone prayer line, which after the service will be on the screen, so you can record that number, because 24 hours a day, every day of the year, there's someone to answer the phone and hold you in prayer. And this prayer service embodies that practical tool of affirmative prayer. It takes about a half hour, and it includes moments of silence. So this is a good time, if you're able, to set things down. Just put down whatever's in your hands, and if it's comfortable where you are, to close your eyes. There's nothing to see, there's nothing to do except listen and go within. And so let's let Maggie lead us in the Silent Unity prayer service.
Thank you. Let us take a deep breath. We begin with the knowledge of the nature of God. God is infinite peace, infinite wisdom, infinite love, and infinite life. All that God is, we can realize as the truth within us. We begin in celebration of our whole holy power within, the Christ, our true nature. Breathing in peace, breathing out peace. In the knowledge of God and my divine nature, I cease mental confusion. I come into swift agreement, my mind and heart sure and steady. Nothing can disturb my peace of mind or my harmonious heart, for I am anchored in divine peace. With every step forward, I am faith-filled and faithful in the knowledge of God and my divine nature. I lead my life by faith. The only evidence I need of fulfillment ahead is knowing of my oneness with God. I faithfully place one foot in front of the other, confident and expectant. attuned to divine life, I heal and live fully. In the knowledge of God and my divine nature, I heal limiting thoughts about life. In God, there is no limit to life. In God, there is fullness and wholeness of life. Health, well-being, vitality, and ease are mine as I attune to divine life. By the power of spiritual strength, I stand steady and ready. In the knowledge of God and my divine nature, I find spiritual strength to be an endless inner resource. In times of confusion and change, I stand strong and sure, steady and ready to bring clarity and resolution. I am spiritually strong. Centered in divine love, I am a harmonious presence. In the knowledge of God and my divine nature, I embody divine love in the presence of others. My presence broadcasts harmony. I am a voice of harmony. I walk hand in hand with others, whether or not I share their worldview. I live in divine harmony of love. As we close this period of prayer, we resolve to remain aware of our oneness with God that empowers us to live in a state of peace, faith, wholeness, strength, and harmony. We know we are here to be the light of the world, which prayer makes possible. Let us recite the prayer for protection together.
The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Well, Maggie, thank you. You know what I just noticed when I came in tonight, I was feeling a little tired. And after just those 30 minutes, I feel more centered. And I feel a renewal. I feel refreshed.
Right.
Almost like I took a nap. And I didn't go to sleep. I wasn't tired at all. And I like how we in Unity value prayer and how it's a part of our everyday life. And we don't have to do a half hour each time, but it's good to spend some time in the silence where we quiet the mind, focus on a truth, and then listen. Be present.
Right.
And it is a present. It is a gift to be in the silence. And this is what we profess. Now, Silent Unity publishes the Daily Word. And the Daily Word you can subscribe and get as an app on your phone. You can also get it in the email, also the paper version. There's also an app, the letter U, You Pray app, which you can download, and you can get prayer support right through an app. Also, you can always call Unity because there's 24-hour, 365 days a year, someone to answer the phone. And that phone number is 816-969-2000. I'll say it again. 816-969-2000. It's on our website, unitynewbraunfels.org, or you can go to unity.org, the main Unity website, and you can click on Silent Unity, and there's some helpful meditations, guided meditations, affirmations that they publish to help us in our process of awakening to the value of prayer.
That's right.
So as we bring this service to a close, I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here for this launch. And Myrtle and Charles Fillmore always taught that each of us is a truth student, and each of us must come to our own understanding. And one way we can come to our own understanding is to take some time each day to pray and meditate and enter the silence. Thank you for being here. And thank you, Maggie, for sharing this time with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's my honor.
And as we do with our Namaste, Jesus, we give you Namaste. From the divine in us, we acknowledge the divine in you. Blessings and good night.